You're watching the relentless reportage on the Sushant investigation. My name is Pranesh Kumar Roy. With me is my colleague Poonam Burde. Poonam, today is the culmination of the Times Now investigation.
Absolutely.
The Rhea drug disclosure.
Absolutely. It's been 19 hours of interrogation of Rhea Chakraborty over the last 3 days. The first interrogation was on Sunday, 6 hours then, 8 hours yesterday and 5 hours today. The last process of the entire arrest is happening there in Mumbai. Our team of reporters, of course, getting us the very latest. Tamal, Siddhant, Priyank, Bhavtosh, Kajal, all of them there from Mumbai getting us the very latest as to what is happening.
Let's begin with Priyank. Priyank, what happens next? She has been placed under arrest at 4:30. In some time from now, she will be taken for a medical examination.
Yes, Pranesh, because that was the Times Now news break and we were the first channel which confirmed that the NCB is now going ahead with the arrest of Rhea Chakraborty. We were not focusing on any speculation. And what our senior colleague Bhavtosh is also telling us that this will be the first arrest in the FIR number CIR, the Crime Information Report number 15. CIR 15 is the one CIR, Pranesh, which was filed on the basis of the statement which was given by the ED officers, the evidences which were given by the ED officers. For continuing to that, the NCB did their own set of probe. We saw that official from Delhi also came in and joined investigation. There was one IRS officer which was also roped in, having an expertise in these kind of cases. And later to that, we saw that CIR number 16 was filed, on which others, 5 and odd accused have been arrested. Our viewers need to understand, Pranesh, that how the arrest of Rhea Chakraborty finally happened. This started with the investigation of Enforcement Directorate at this particular building. Pranesh, you must be recognizing this building. And from that gate only, Rhea Chakraborty used to go to the 3rd floor where she was questioned. Then the Enforcement Directorate officers seized her mobile phone. Her mobile phone dump data was taken and this dump data was analyzed. Times Now was fortunate enough to carry out investigation, and we were the first one who got those WhatsApp chat exchanges which showed that Rhea Chakraborty was procuring drugs. She was in touch with Shruti Modi, and through her brother Showik Chakraborty, which he has also accepted, Samuel Mirinda was roped in, and then the web of all these drug peddlers was came into picture. The NCB got sufficient information and then they started investigating. And later to that, at this particular building, Pranesh, which is stone's throw away distance from the Enforcement Directorate, the NCB had gone ahead with 2nd CIR. And very soon from now, at this building,
it's just a matter of time now before Rhea Chakraborty is brought out of that NCB office. She will be taken for a medical examination, which is the procedure that needs to be done before she is produced before a judicial magistrate. Bhavtosh also with us. Now, Bhavtosh, we understand arrest of Rhea Chakraborty is the culmination of a joint investigation of the Enforcement Directorate and the NCB.
Yes, that's what senior officials in NCB have told Times Now. We spoke to multiple sources before we put out the news of Rhea Chakraborty being placed under the custody of NCB. We spoke to officers here in Delhi as well as in Mumbai, and our colleague Priyank also said that formal statement, as far as formal statement from NCB is concerned, it won't be coming out anytime before 4:15 or 4:30. NCB on its sources on their part have said that Rhea's statement was being recorded under Section 67 of NDPS Act, which was a voluntary statement. Yesterday, she claimed that she never consumed drugs. But later on, when the questioning started, when intensive questioning started, she did admit that at one point of time she did smoke a joint. But that was not the case of NCB. Let me clarify. The case of NCB was a different one. It was about procurement, felicitation and transportation of drugs. In those questions, she was slightly hesitant. She was specifically asked questions about whether any kind of drug was ever brought to her house, her parents' house. Second, more important question was, did Sushant Singh Rajput consume drugs at his residence and also at the resort where he stayed for 2 months? More importantly, who was the person who was paying for the drug, whether it was Sushant Singh Rajput or Rhea Chakraborty? Times Now Group editor Navika Kumar had already broken a story that Rhea had used her credit card to felicitate payments for Showik Chakraborty. More importantly, between 2017 and 2019, she did admit that she had met Basit as well as Zad. They were friends of Showik Chakraborty.
Hold your thoughts. I have Gaurav Bhatia on the phone line, senior advocate, national spokesperson of the BJP. Mr. Bhatia, Times Now had put out the drug chats These chats were deleted by Rhea Chakraborty. On the back of that disclosure, now Rhea has been placed under arrest.
See, the arrest was imminent because of the interrogation that had been taking place. And today, one very important facet that should come out in public domain, that in 65 days, the Mumbai police did not even register an FIR. And today, after 19 days, when the matter was handed over to the CBI and the ED was interrogating, Rhea Chakraborty has been now arrested. So this clearly shows that there is a stronger force that was acting from behind, not allowing the Mumbai police to function fairly. And Mumbai police and the government of Maharashtra needs to answer to the people of the country why
Stronger force, Mr. Bhatia. Let me ask you this. There are bigger names also. Will that be next?
See, that is for the investigating agency to decide. I shouldn't be commenting on it. But I must say one thing, that in our democracy, nobody is above law. The Bollywood is also not above law. So if they feel that they can break law with impunity, they need to be put behind bars.
Now, Sushant's
no
family lawyer, Mr. Vikas Singh, told Times Now that the FIR filed by Mumbai police on complaint of Rhea Chakraborty is blatantly illegal, that it is in violation of the Supreme Court order, and also the Maharashtra government is trying to appease Rhea.
See, I think these are things that have to be contested within the court. But yes, the timing of the FIR definitely raises some serious doubts. And also the fact that when statements were made by the Home Minister, Mr. Anil Deshmukh of Maharashtra, on the first day itself to say that Sushant's death is a suicide, these statements definitely cast a very serious doubt on the functioning of the Maharashtra government and the Mumbai police.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bhatia, for speaking to Times Now. Poonam, the political blame game aside, this is a massive step in the probe in the drugs angle.
Absolutely, and this is what the family of Sushant Singh Rajput, the fans, millions of fans of Sushant Singh Rajput have been claiming that this was the bigger angle. The Aghadi government, of course, probably allegedly in cahoots with all of this operation happening in Mumbai, which is exactly why they did not want this to come out in the investigation. Now the NCB, of course, has swooped in. Rhea Chakraborty is the latest arrest that has been now made by the Narcotics Bureau. We're given to understand, Priyank is getting us this information that the NCB may not seek police custody. Priyank, what are you gathering from your sources?
That's curious.
Yeah, Poonam, another confirmation which we have got from the senior officials in NCB, that NCB might not seek police custody, police remand of Rhea Chakraborty, as we have been reporting since morning. And we have just got confirmation because that most of the part of our investigation is over. So since Rhea Chakraborty is one of the prime accused, whose name has also been mentioned in the CIR of the Narcotics Control Bureau, in fact 2 of these CIRs, so Narcotics Control Bureau will produce her through video conferencing before the court and leave it to the to the honorable court, that whether the court wants her to be sent to judicial custody or the court wants her to be granted bail. What we know that the NCB will be seeking judicial remand of Rhea Chakraborty because she is an influential person as of now, because this is what NCB has been saying. There have been chats which have been deleted from her mobile phone, which shows that there was a proper connivance, there was a proper planning which was planned by Rhea Chakraborty and her brother Showik Chakraborty and other accused in this particular case, and through on the basis of this particular chat, finally she has been arrested. So what we have got confirmation that the NCB will be seeking judicial custody of Rhea Chakraborty.
Not just that, Poonam, we are also getting information, and Tamal Saha is telling us this, that the Narcotics Control Bureau is not likely to seek extension of remand for Showik and Samuel also. Tamal.
I believe we do not have Tamal. Siddhant also with us. Siddhant, curious developments there taking place in Mumbai. We're now given to understand that Samuel Miranda and Showik Chakraborty, whose custody of the NCB ends tomorrow, is not likely to be extended.
Well, you see, the point here is what Priyank is getting for us is that they have already extensively been questioned by the agency. Now, 3 days of interrogation, and Rhea has cooperated during an interrogation. She has given names, she has told names of the cartel, she has given names of big Bollywood stars in the industry. This also we can confirm. She has also confessed that she used to procure, she used to consume drugs. So all these things have already come during this entire 3 days of interrogation. Now the fact here is the agency might have felt that there is no point of taking them in custody. At the same time, even Showik and Miranda have also been grilled properly. So there could be a possibility that because there is no point of taking them into custody. Custody is mostly when any agency wants to make seizure, any agency wants to take confession, some more interrogation is needed, or some people are yet to be arrested. But it could be that agency is satisfied with an interrogation that happened and they have taken this decision not to ask for the NCB custody. Back to you.